Hello, it's Helen from Journal with Purpose and welcome to my latest Journal with Me video. I will be using a plain TN insert inside a cover from Start Bay notebooks. I've got a craft wallet in the front of my cover and I tend to tuck all sorts of bits of scrap paper in there, so I thought that this would be a good opportunity to use some of those up. And the vintage paper booklets that are in the top left corner and where most of these scraps of paper have come from are from London Gifties. I love adding collage to my journal pages. I think it adds some really nice texture and visual interest, and I'll be using Pritt Stick to glue it down. I'm using a combination of old book pages and some wax paper. I always like to try and balance out my pages, so if I've got something on one side, I usually try and add something similar on the other. Some months ago I bought several packs of pressed flowers from an Etsy shop, and I will try and find them and make sure that I link them down below. To secure the flower to my page, I'll be using a stronger form of Pritt Stick, and I'll also be using some lovely washi tape. And all of the washi, stickers and papers and postage stamps that I use in this video are from London Gifties, so I'll make sure that I link Christine's shop down below. I'm now looking through the craft stickers and I know that I want something red in that top left corner just to tie in again with the flower on the bottom right. I next decided that I wanted to add some of this classic-y grid tape, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do with these pages when I started, but as I was working through all of my supplies I definitely started to feel that I wanted to use mainly browns and reds. I always like the effect of tearing up washi tape and papers. I think it just gives it more of a natural and vintage feel. I've got some of this beautiful Pavilio botanical lace type tape and it's so lovely. I really wanted to use it on my pages but it just didn't look right. The next thing I'm doing is looking through my bag of old postage stamps, and again I think they add a really lovely form of interest to your page, and it means it'll be unique because it's unlikely that anybody else is going to have used exactly the same stamps. So I started off by just looking through at the different colours and trying to pick some that I thought would tie in nicely with my pages. Once I've picked the stamps that I want to use, I will again be using Pritt Stick to glue them down, and I put two in the corners and also decided it would be nice to have some running right through the centre of both pages. Next up I decided to add a quote sticker from the Tim Holtz Ideology pack, and the one I picked was "Start each day with a grateful heart." These stickers usually hold down really well, but because I was adding them on top of wax paper and it's got quite a sheen to it, I decided to add a little extra glue. For my journaling, I'm using an oblique pen holder with a Nico G nib and a black ink, and I will make sure that I link them down below. In my journal, I decided to write about how lovely everywhere's looking at the moment. Lots of the houses around me have started to put up their lights and decorations, and it just makes such a difference when I go out walking the dog. It just looks so pretty. And also we went down to the Christmas market last weekend, and everybody just seemed in such a good mood and really wanting to stand and chat, so I'm writing a little about that. I also decided to reflect a little on this year. It started off quite tough at the beginning of the year because my dad really wasn't very well at all, but he's now recovered, so I'm just writing about how grateful I am and just thinking really about how good everything's been this year and the excitement of approaching a whole fresh new year as well. I always feel so relaxed creating in this journal. I think it's that combination of making something a bit creative, but also somewhere just to pour out a bit of everything that I'm feeling. Overall, I was really happy with how these pages turned out. And I liked the colour combinations of red and brown. It felt quite festive without being too Christmassy. I really hope you enjoyed this journal with me video. If you did, it would be great if you give the video a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you would consider subscribing. If you've got any questions or comments, please do leave them down below and I'll definitely get back to you. And thanks ever so much for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next one.